What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Welcome to the RNEWS Evening Show. And let's just jump into it. From r/news, GSA tells Biden that transition can formally begin. I hope someone's keeping a list of things that need to be changed from agreed upon norms to actual rules to be followed. Sell ownership in all businesses and active investments, and not to family. Turning over taxes without delay as a pre-qualification to be nominated as a candidate. No family shall serve in the White House, other than the first spouse. First spouse duties shall include their own written rules, of course. Biden will never do that, cause Hunter, quote, Hunter versus Eric in a cage match till death. Also, the first spouse doesn't and shouldn't have to do anything. Also, the president is not required to have a spouse. Thrice divorced Kim Davis. Such respect for married. My since-me held religious beliefs. Quote, I thought they were talking about fraud to the tune of millions of votes. I was never directly or indirectly pressured by the executive branch. Oh yeah, totally. Trump literally just tweeted out that he recommended this course of action, LMAO. This might be the closest we get to a concession speech. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. Vegans 43% more likely to suffer broken bones than meat eaters, Oxford study finds. Reading the actual study. I do think the results are concerning though. The associations were attenuated further but remained significant in vegans with additional adjustment for dietary calcium, 1.31, 1.10, 1.57, Table 2 Model 3, total dietary protein, 1.39, 1.16, 1.67, Table 2 Model 4, or both dietary factors simultaneously, 1.30, 1.08, 1.56, Table 2 Model 5, quote, so if you control for both calcium and protein intake, there's still a 30% higher chance of a vegan getting a fracture. And the p-value is 0.009. 0.05 being the threshold for statistically significant. I consider myself barely proficient at reading regression tables though. So happy to be corrected. But what else would a vegan person need to add to their diet that could explain this sort of thing? Or the apparent 7% increase in fractures for vegetarians after controlling for protein and calcium. That's weird. All of the vegans I know are tired couch potatoes. Not saying you're wrong, just interesting to see this because my perceptions are totally opposite. In essence, it's beneficial to have a well-balanced diet, meat and plant-based, and maintain a healthy BMI. A bit of everything in moderation is always the way to go. That's why I only take heroin on Wednesdays. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics. With nearly all votes counted, the 2020 presidential election wasn't that close. In regards to OP's wife's concern with abortion, in 2004 Trump said he suggested that Marlo abort Tiffany. So, well, in regards to anyone's concerns that Biden's a pedophile, Trump's the one who's been accused of multiple rapes, including that of a 14-year-old. So woman shrugging, edit, my bad, 13. I was purged in the 2016 election in Georgia and I am a white male. I checked a week or so before voting and was suddenly, inexplicably not registered to vote when I had been registered in 2004. It's real and you need to check. Yes, Biden won overwhelmingly, not that it will stop the anti-American Trump GOP cult from trying to stage a coup and destroy our nation. It was close enough to be disheartening. True, this is the country that elected Trump. But it's also the country that elected Obama twice. The worst aspects of human nature don't simply go away. We seem to think we'll reach a certain level of enlightenment and those evil things just go away. If this species survives another 50,000 years, we will still be fighting racism and bigotry, hatred and violence. It's just up to us to try and make sure the elect Obama thing happens more than the elect Trump thing. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. Xi Jinping sends congratulations to US President-elect Joe Biden. A whole lot of people who don't know what a demagogue is. Ain't that some sort of Jewish church? A bunch of copiers who are waiting 2 more weeks for Trump to overturn the election. They're gonna be like that Japanese soldier who was discovered in the 1970s still believing World War II was going on. There's this old joke about an American and a Russian submarine meeting on the Atlantic. The Russian commander brags, "We build the best submarines in the world. We've managed to stay underwater for 3 months now." To which the American replies, "So what? We've managed to stay underwater for 6 months." At that point an old German submarine emerges from the sea and the commander climbs out, asking, "Is the war over?" "Yes." "How did it end?" "You lost." "Okay, boys, you can take down the portrait of the Kaiser now." Fun fact, there were actually several hundred soldiers scattered around the Pacific that kept fighting years after the war ended, sometimes entire companies that still had heavy weaponry. The last confirmed cases were found in 1989, though rumors of later ones continued into the 90s. Japan had a no-surrender policy and left their infantry stranded at each of their occupied islands to die fighting to their last breath. Archer did an episode about a Japanese WW2 soldier still fighting after their surrender, only to find out about the atomic bombs and Japanese surrender on Archer's phone. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, City of El Paso hires legal counsel to help collect Trump campaign's outstanding debt. It was $53K for the rally in 2016 in Linden. Wow. They gave up trying to collect after about 9 months. IIRC. Lol, I remember that. What a joke of a place to have a rally. Purely done for the religious zealotry found there. If, as a condition of settlement, he would have to pay restitution, never run for or hold public office, never hold another rally or event, and be banned from all social media for life, I'd be all for this. Without the ties to power, they revert back to being D-list skeezy douches again. They are too creepy and weird to be in public life. People really think Ivanka has a shot at 2024. Freaking lol. Sadly, having worked in the White House makes her more qualified than Trump was in 16. She should at least know her way around the building, which already gives her a leg up on Daddy's credentials. Every city Trump owes money to should do this, bury him in litigation. I know any municipality that doesn't attempt to collect should be found to be embezzling taxpayer money for political purposes, and nail to the wall anyone who made the decision. Yeah, good luck with that. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like, and if you want to see more of the RNews show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNews show and I'll see you tomorrow.